This is the actual text from the 5th grade Science Fusion book that goes with the lesson plan that we're working on from CCOMS. And I want you to take a look at this text, and I want you to, we're going to analyze this text. I want you to tell me what you think is good about the text, what you think is not so good about the text. And I want you to do that thinking about Edith, and thinking about Edgar, and thinking about Tasir. So let's just take a look. Look at that first page. Look at that picture. What do you see in the picture? Snow. What else? Ski lift. Okay. Now, let's look at the title. What are solids, liquids, and gases? So do you think that picture illustrates what are solids, liquids, and gases? Okay, you say yes. Why? It shows all three. I can't see. That's a snow roller. Yeah. So some of you are saying you think that it would work, and some of you think it wouldn't work. So if you are thinking about Edith, just looking at this picture, and she cannot read the words, just think about that. What does she think? What might she think this lesson's about? Snow or snowing, or maybe, yeah. So the point being, I'm not saying this is terrible, this is awful, but a lot of teachers, and I heard you talking about it earlier, they do use a lot of visuals. But if the visuals don't line up with what your lesson is truly about, then it can be that we're working with. And right now I'm wanting you to analyze the text. So the next thing that we're going to do will make more sense to you. So remember, these were our words that we have to cover with, the content words we have to cover. These are objectives. Looking through here, I really like this page. They have a Venn diagram. So graphic organizers are very useful for English learners to categorize language. And for instance, they're talking about compare and contrast, contrasting information on the first page. So they offer this, but they use the picture. So they're comparing solids with, well, it says they're comparing and contrasting the property of two stones. I'm not sure how that follows the objectives here, but I think that it could be useful if they were going to compare and contrast, say, a liquid with a solid, something like that. So I probably wouldn't use this particular one, but the Venn diagram is very useful. If you look at page 168, let's look at the little dog and the dog food, and they're talking about volume. So if you know that Edith cannot, just pretend those words aren't even there. But you're going to talk about volume. Would that picture be helpful? Yes? Some people say yes, some people say no.
Okay, for an EL, for us, yeah, but for an EL, if you can do that.
Well, that's what I'm talking for her, for Edith, yes.
Okay, so I think that them taking the dog that big on there was just like very good. But if they make the dog much bigger, then I could see how they get that.
Okay. So, but is there anything on this page that looks good?
Different colors?
The different colors and the headings. The headings are especially important because then they're going to see what the main ideas are. And they correspond to, corresponds to the lesson plan that was up there, the things that we need to be teaching, right? So that would be good. One thing I do notice is that the amount of words, it's not so many for 5th grade. So that's might be okay for for Edgar and Tasir, perhaps.
Edith, no, not totally, it would not work. Let's see. Now, looking at the bottom of 169, they're talking about density. And density is not in my objectives, so I'm not going to cover that. And I'm going to explain a little bit more about what we are going to cover with the activity we're going to do. But looking through here, now, if I had a class, if I had an inclusion elementary class, 5th graders, so that means I have everyone in my class. You know, I have my English language learners, I have my native English speakers, I may have ESE students. I might have some students that I would do this with, but I would not do it with Edith and Edgar, and even maybe Tasir, because it's not in my objective. So I don't have to do that, right? Okay, so the reason I asked you to analyze this text is because the normal, well, I won't say normal, I shouldn't say normal, but what I see a lot of teachers that they say they read the text, they answer the questions at the end of the chapter, and they give them the assessment that comes with the curriculum, right? So, we looked through this and you see the things that are good, but were there more good things than bad, or more bad things than good? Okay, so we've got to do something, right? We've got to figure out what in the world are we supposed to teach, what text are we going to use, how are we going to simplify this, how are we going to accommodate it. Now, we already started in the last 2 or 3 times we were together doing some things, but tonight we've got to really look at this text.